guys, welcome back. We made it over to another bait site. So we're not too far from the cabin here. We're probably less than half a mile away. And the wolves are hanging around the cabin. There's tracks that are probably, I don't know, less than 100 yards from the cabin, fresh wolf tracks. And then they've been coming over in here too. And this used to be one of my old bait sites. Except for this clump of bush that's left here is in the middle of a cut block. And then there's another clump up there and over this way. So there's like not a whole bunch of trees, but the wolves are still coming through this area. So it's worth a try to see if a person can set up in here and get a few. And then my nice trail that runs all the way through in here, I'll be able to put some footholds down on it with some P-posts and stuff. Maybe I might be able to put 5 or 6 through in here, because this trail is probably about a mile long. And yeah, so we're in one clump here, and then it opens right up, and then there's another clump, and then she's open. There's a lot of open ground here, but they're still traveling through. For what reason, I don't know, but let's throw a bait in here and see what happens. Because it was a good spot in here previous years. But in here too, on the same note, a lot of the willows and stuff that were in here and, you know, made it nice and thick have died off. But I'll show you guys around, we'll have a look. There's my trail to the east. There's maybe 100 yards here and then we're into the cut block. And then there's probably another 200 or 300 yards and then there's another clump of trees there. And these patches that they left here, like maybe, I don't know, a 300-yard circle. But yeah, this is what I was snaring in before. And you can see a lot of the willows in here, they're pretty much toast now. But there's lots of nice poplar back there. And lots of nice spots back there for snares still. So this one here will be, I guess the trail goes right through the middle. The bait's going to be pretty much right on the trail. And then we're going to have a whole circle of snares on, well, a big horseshoe on the one side of the trail and a horseshoe on the other side. And this one here is probably going to start, I don't know, probably there was a trail used to be here. So first snare will probably go there. Second one in here somewhere. Third, fourth back in there kind of thing. And then there's the Toyota there with all the bait. So from here, so we're probably going to have a good 80 yards on each side of snares. So let's say 20 snares on each side. We should be able to put 40 snares in. And this one here, this bait site is going to be called Apryl's bait. And this is Apryl, my helper. And she's all gung-ho to get her first wolf this year, so there we go. This one's called Apryl's bait, and she'll get her first wolf here, hopefully. So we're gonna unload some bait and get cracking. She's minus 25 this morning, and we got probably 2 inches of fresh snow last night, so it's looking up. So we do have a trail here that goes back up through here. Might be kind of hard to hang from. I'm going to anchor to this big tree, but I'll have to somehow support this so it can get out there. I could use this smaller tree. Actually, this might be better here to anchor off of that tree. Then my support wire could go off of that one and the snare will be right in there. That's what I'll do. Yep, we'll go off of this tree. They'll put our loop right out here. All kinds of snares here. I made some really nice long ones the other night. Just for spots like this. So snare should hang out probably about like that. And then I can anchor to this tree here. Sometimes on my wire I like to leave this tail long, then I can wrap it right down the wire itself. And it stiffens it up. That looks good. Well, let's just carry on, and everywhere that we can put trails, whatever, we'll just start loading her up. That's number one. So this will be a nice spot right here. This snare here is a 332. And it's got a big Magnum kill spring on it. That should go good there. This one here, the snare support collar that I usually put on them, got forgotten. That one looks pretty good there. On to the next one. So we're back in here a ways now. I'll do the next one in there. But if you can see, it's kind of a thicker bush right in here. So from the trail, heading to the north, you got that little thick, and then it opens up back in here. So we're just gonna kind of follow this edge all the way around and set snares randomly wherever the trails are. It used to be really thick in here though. All these willows are pretty much dead though. It'll still work. And then maybe that way, 150 yards, then you're out into the cut block. So it might be a good thing too when the bait's here and all the birds are in here. You know, everything will see all these birds from a long ways away. But I'm gonna head right in there on that spot by that stump. Yeah, there's a nice trail right here. Comes up and goes that way. So we'll put our snare right here. This one here is some of that black 5/64 cable. Did a little work on it this year. She's got double ferrules and crimp different, so these locks shouldn't cause us problems this year. All my snares, they all get boiled. Well, that one looks pretty good. To the next one. Well, this one looks like a darn nice one here. Right out in here. All this ribbon in here is from the forestry. They knew my wolf bait was here, so instead of destroying the whole area, they left this clump where the bait was. Yeah, I should be able to anchor here, snare right out here. Okay. Hopefully that snare be, I think that one's going to be just a little too short. Something like that there. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. A little stick right there. Maybe guide them a bit. All my wolf sets, I don't ever put any blocking. I just want it out in the open and just let them go. If they're gonna go in it, they're gonna go in it, or if they're gonna go around it, But I see if you put stuff here, they'll just won't even come near it. So that's why there's lots of snares set throughout the bush here. And you know, if you miss them on this spot, you might get them up there on the next spot. So we're probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 snares in now. I think we can actually do quite a few more in here. So to the next one. Here's a real nice trail here. The truck's right there and the sled's right there. But there's my old piece of wire. I had snares all through here before, but I pulled them out when they were going to start logging. Another one down. We're over the halfway point now on the north side of the bait. So we'll carry on over here. The south side has a lot more willow, and I'll have to get back a bit further that way. So let's carry on. Well, there's one spot here, was one of my old sets. The wire's still there, but it's kind of in the open here, but we'll go set it. The old snare's still here, actually. Oh, never mind. This is a spot that I made a catch. I caught a wolf here before. Maybe that's why it looks open, that the willows and stuff are gone. This is where I caught one before. I remembered my tool this time. the setter for these. These are the lights out Magnum springs. They're the big ones. And they work pretty darn good. I use a little bit of whatever, it don't matter. The new stuff, I'll try it. I use the old stuff, whatever. You'll have to add different wire here. I need it to get out a little bit further. That looks pretty good there. And just a little bit out. Pick up my garbage from the old one. Yeah, so that's about 18-20 inches and 18-20 inches off the ground. And these have the breakaways on them. The lights out killer Magnum kill spring. 332 toothed cam lock. And then it's got a, I think that's a 850 or 1,000 pound breakaway on that one. So we only have a handful more here and then we'll be on the other side. So we got another really nice location here. It's an existing one. My old wire is still on the tree. It's choking the tree off pretty good. Let's go over here. That's crazy. It did that. Yeah, so this bait here was a pretty good bait for, I don't know, I probably had it going for probably about 7 years. And it's probably been, no, it was going for more than 7. Probably about 8 years. And then, yeah, 8 years. going on here? So this one I just kind of got a big loop on the end. So I should be able to just feed it through. Hang it off the old support collar, the old wire. Yeah, the logging industry, they sure have an impact on a person. This whole area up in here is like, I don't know, 10, 11 years of my life spent fixing and grooming trails, you know, setting up different bait sites, different locations for marten, tried, tested locations, sets. Stroke of a pen, she's gone. This snare is getting the better of me here. It's gonna end up going into the garbage pile. As much as I like them kill springs, man, they can be a pain in the ass sometimes. That's enough screwing around with that one. Sometimes they fall in place so easy, and then the next one just fights you the whole way. This one fought me. Well, maybe one or two more over here and we'll be on the other side. Well, there's a real nice trail here. The only problem is I got no trees along it. I got this side here I can anchor to. Snare will sit out here. We'll be anchored here. So I'm going to need I don't like to put any kind of blocking and stuff. We'll wire this guy off good. Like, it's a pretty good sized tree. I don't think it could pull it away or bust it. I need a stick. Is this one dead? No, it's broke. This guy should work. Put him here. I'll wire it. This wire, I go through tons of it every year. I probably use 40 pounds of it. Yeah, that one turned out pretty good. We're anchored to this tree, and then a wire from here to this to hold it in place. And then our snare suspended out perfectly right in the center of the trail. Ideal, you want this here to be solid, so when the animal hits the snare, this here is solid, and then the snare will tighten that much faster. But this will work. Well, this is the last one on this side. The trail's right there. We'll go across. Now when I come back and check any of these, I don't need to come into the bush here. This is a one-time walkthrough because I'll be able to see everything from the trail. Well, let's go to the other side. So we're out here on the trail. So from here to the Toyota, we're probably 80 yards. And then we went at least another 60, 70 yards behind the Toyota. So that's a good amount of snares. Here's that last one we just set. It looks good sitting in there. But yeah, we ended up with probably, I don't know, an easy 20 snares on this side. So now we'll go on this side. But we'll probably have to go back to the darker timber and start there, because these willows are just a little too thick. Yeah, probably back there, and then just start. We'll just stay right in the bigger trees and right out, just outskirt the willows. I don't remember what this was. Moose skull or a horse skull? But I guess we better carry on here. Daylight's burning. There's another snare right there. And just random spots. Anything that was an open that something could go through. And there was still lots of wire on trees from my old sets and stuff too. So, I don't know. Just over time, the animals will still use the same old trail year after year. Even though nothing's walked on that one, something will. So we're on the other side now. We're over here at the taller trees, the thicker stuff, or the older growth. I don't know, you can kind of see what I was talking about. How it's all thick in there. So we'll just kind of stick this way here of the loop around. And any trails that are going in like this we'll set up on. This is a nice spot here too. But there's nothing to really anchor to. So we'll have to leave this one be for right now. But we'll carry on this way over here and see if we find anything. Find a couple good trails on this side. Well, we found one really nice trail here and another one here. We'll go over here and we'll go set this one up. There's a nice big poplar there and then a bunch of willows there for cover kind of. It's a nice spot. That spot's good too, but let's head over here. Yeah, right here should be a good one. Nice spot. Yeah, when you look at it from back here, man, it's a nice trail. I might have to use one of them sticks there like that. Just hang in there nicely. Same kind of idea if I can utilize this stick here and wrap my wire around it a couple times without breaking the stick or the twig, whatever you want to call it. There, I'm happy with that one. Let's go over and have a look at this other spot. It looks like a pretty good spot too. So here's this one real nice trail here. It comes that way. There's two more back here that join into this one and this way. So it looks like a real nice spot right there. Hopefully I can just hang it right here off of this tree. Getting close to getting dark. I really wanted to go and check a bunch of lynx snares today. I wanted to go drive up by the other wolf bait. See how much track was up there, if any. .332 cable. Set that there. I might have to use a stick here too. Just like that. Yeah, this used to be pretty thick with willows in here. Twist that piece to the tree. Take this piece. Just wrap it around a few times, crisscross it. Probably something like that. I'll cut this piece off. Takes a bunch of weight away. I'll just bend it. Well, I'm happy with that one there. Yeah, there's lots of good spots over on this side too. So I'm just going to mill around in here and go set a bunch more, and I'll just see you guys at the truck once I get done setting. Well, that was a good afternoon here at the bait. Yeah, we probably got, I don't know, about 30 in. There's still lots more that can go in. That'll be the next trip in here, but we're gonna unload this bait and we'll get going down the road here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. And we'll see you guys down the road here at the next one.